Hi, my name is Ed. Today I am reading Who Would Win, Green Ants vs. Army Ants by Joey Plaza, illustrated by Rob Bolster. What would happen if green ants had a war against army ants? Who do you think would win? Meet a green ant. Scientific name, Oecephala smiargadina. Ants are insects that have a three-section body: head, thorax, and abdomen. The legs of an ant come out of its thorax. Insects have 6 legs. Body fact: ants have a thin waist. Wide awake fact: ants never sleep. Did you know green ants are also called weaver ants or green tree ants? Green ants live in Australia. Meet an army ant. Scientific name, Acheton berkeley. In Africa, army ants are also called marabanta. Ouch fact: an army ant has a stinger at the end of its abdomen. Most ants and other insects have compound eyes. Army ants have 2 eyes and are mostly blind. Definition: a compound eye has hundreds of tiny individual eyes in one. Most army ants live in South America and Africa. Colony. Most green ants live in colonies of about 500,000 ants. Definition: an ant colony is a group of ants living and working together. Math fact: 500,000 equals 500,000. Fact: a colony could be as few as 20 ants or up to many thousands of ants. Legend. Army ants live in a legion of between 500,000 and 1,000,000 individual ants. Definition: legion means an army or a large number. Population fact: scientists once discovered a legion of about 20 million army ants. Number fact: 1,000,000 looks like this: 1,000,000,000. It means 1,000 thousands. Name fact: army ants got their name because they act like a well-trained army. Ants have been on Earth for more than 100 million years. Ants were around when dinosaurs walked on Earth. Some ants may have had fights with dinosaurs. Trees. Green ants live in trees. Why live on the ground when you can live more safely in a tree? Down to earth fact: except for green ants, almost all other ant species live on the ground. Did you know every ant has a job? Some ants cut, other ants hold, and other ants glue. Green ants weave homes made of leaves. One of the largest green ant colonies ever seen was spread over 20 trees. Green ants usually stay in one place. Fun fact: green ants use the fluid from their larvae as glue. Definition: a larva is a young insect. Group. Ground. Army ants live in the ground. They do not build permanent places to live. Army ants are often on the move. About every 2 weeks, they bivouac to another location. Did you know a bivouac is a temporary camp? Fact: army ants are nomads. Definition: a nomad lives in more than one place. Movement fact: when ants move, they march in a fan-shaped swarm. Different ants. There are more than 10,000 different species of ants. We could have matched up many other kinds in this book. There are turtle ant, dinosaur ant, leafcutter ant, thief ant, trapjaw ant. Hearing fact: ants do not have ears. They hear through their feet, which pick up vibrations. Breathing fact: ants do not have lungs. They get oxygen from holes in their bodies called spiracles. More ants. Ants are tiny, but they come in all shapes and sizes. Big fact: the largest ant in the world is a bullet ant. It is 1 inch long and stings. Ouch! And and other ants: boy ant, fire ant, carpenter ant, bulldog ant, ghost ant, crazy ant. Eating fact: an ant has two stomachs, one for its own food and the other for food to share. Society: every ant in the green ant colony has a job to do. The slogan might be, do your job. Every green ant is like an engineer ready to build a nest or help its colony. Workers: worker ants build and fix their nest. Scouting fact: scout ants go looking for food. Fact: drones are the only male ants in the colony. There is only one queen in most ant colonies. The queen lays all the eggs. The colony must protect the queen. If the queen dies, the colony will eventually disappear. Soldier ants protect the nest. They fight enemy ants. Nursery fact: other worker ants in the nursery taking care of the larva. Nursery fact: other worker ants work in the nursery, taking care of the larva. Family structure: a common human family has a mom, a dad, and a few kids. The average army ant family has one mom, the queen, 20 dads, wing drones, 20 Potion new moms, winged princesses, and 500,000 to 1 million kids, worker ants and soldier ants. Wing fact: only the drones and princess have wings. An ant colony has no president, prime minister, or king, but there's a queen. An ant colony thinks together as one unit. Mandibles: an ant's major weapon is its mandibles. Definition: mandibles are part of an animal's jaw. These are the mandibles of a green ant. The mandibles are moving parts that can bite, pick up, and hold food. Jaws: the pincers of an ant are also called its jaws. This is the jaw of a soldier ant. Fact: many insects live only 2 weeks. Age fact: ants are among the longest living of all insects. Did you know some queen ants live up to be 30 years old? If you were an ant, which jaw would you rather have? Bite: there are several types of ant jaws: wide, skinny, serrated, rounded, jagged, and straight. Food fact: ants do not eat solid food. They eat only liquids. Definition: anatomy is the study of insects. Sip, chew. You can often tell how a bug eats or behaves by its mouth parts. A bee is a licker. It would enjoy an ice cream cone just like you might. A fly is a sponger. When it lands, it sponges back and forth looking for food. A grasshopper is a chewer. Its mouth is shaped to chew grass and leaves. A scorpion is a pincher. It has no teeth. Its mouth has pincers inside. A mosquito is a bloodsucker. It stabs with its needle-shaped face. A butterfly is a sipper. It uses its curl tube-shaped proboscis like a straw. Is a Darwin beetle a clipper? Nope. It uses its jaws to flip and throw other insects. Strong. Ants can lift things that are much heavier than they are. They can raise between 20 and 50 times their own weight. Speed fact: most ants travel less than 1 mile per hour. Speed fact: green ants walk a little slower than army ants. If you were an ant, you could lift a car or a pickup truck or maybe an elephant. Definition: myrmecology is the scientific study of ants. Weightlifters: here's a leafcutter ant raising a huge chunk of leaf. Weight fact: army ants weigh more than green ants. Army ants, green ants. Math symbol: greater than and less than. This is a dinosaur ant picking up a stone. Here is a bulldog ant lifting a precious larva. Greatest weapon. The green ants' greatest weapon is their numbers. The ants warn one another of danger by releasing a chemical called a pheromone. Thousands of ants are called to battle to protect their colony. Ants fight their enemies to death. Another important weapon is how well organized green ants are. They work together to build an ant bridge across a gap. So go green ants. Go green. Green ants are camouflaged. They hide more easily in green leaves. Weapons. The army ant's greatest weapon is also their huge numbers. Any animal can fight against one ant, but can they fight a million ants? Grounded fact, army ants are also camouflaged. They are brown and black. Army ants blend in against the dark ground and dead leaves they walk on. Definition. Zoology is the study of animals. Farmer ants. Leaf cutter ants are like farmer ants. They grow their own food. These ants make piles of insects and leaf parts and grow fungus. They eat the fungus. Storage ants. Honey pot ants store honey in their abdomen so the colony will have food. Fact. Ants are so organized that scientists use them as models of human behavior. Cowboy ants. Herder ants. Herd cattle. They capture aphids, a small insect, and coral, or keep them from future meals. The ants eat a liquid produced by the aphids. Landscaper ants. Some ants are landscapers. They prune and weed around their colony. Any paths that enemies could use to attack the colony are cut back. At the trunk of a tree, a few army ants attack some wandering green ants. The green ants spray folic acid into the air. The folic acid alerts the green ants nearby to join the fight. They drop what they're doing and head to the battle. The spray irritates the army ants' eyes and makes it hard for them to breathe. Uh-oh, it's a full battle. Thousands of green ants are fighting thousands of army ants. The green ants try to kick the army ants. The green ants are clever. They divert the fight away from their queen. If she is saved, the colony can live on. The army ants have greater numbers and start winning the battle. The army ants advance in an overwhelming force. Ants, and more army ants. The green ants retreat. They realize they can't win the massive battle they began. The war is no fun. The army ants win. There are many dead green ants to eat. The army ants have a feast. The surviving green ants return to the queen. Tomorrow they will rebuild their colony. Who has the advantage? Checklist. Green ants, army ants. Jaws, army ants. 1-0. Acid spray, green ants. 1-1. Stinger, I'd say army ants. 2-1. Numbers, probably army ants. 3-1. Speed, army ants. 4-1. Weight, army ants. 5-1. Camouflage, depends on where they are, but I'd probably say green ants. So, 5-2. That's how the book ends. So until next time, bye.